Us gardeners get the garden itch usually when it comes to like the end of January and the beginning of February, and we just don't know what to do with ourselves because we want to be outside gardening. And as you can see, we cannot do any of that. So in this video, we're going to go over a few things that us gardeners can do to keep our minds busy, keep our minds distracted, and get prepared for the springtime. So when this is over, then we can come outside. Let's go. What's going on, my plant people? I am the ADHD gardener where I use gardening, houseplants, and humor as a form of mental health therapy, and I got the garden itch. It's basically when we have the urge or the desire to really want to go outside and go garden. But as you can see here, I can't go outside and garden. Now, seeing this kind of weather and knowing that the fact that you can't garden right now can be a little bit of a bummer. And this could play into the seasonal affective disorder. I did a video on that. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to drop it up here and down below so you can go check that out. The seasonal affective disorder is a real thing. And unfortunately, it happens in the wintertime when we cannot go outside and garden, or we cannot go outside and there's no greenery, there's no leaves outside, it's not warm weather. So what are the few things that us gardeners can do in the meanwhile while we're hoping and praying for some better weather? Now that we're inside, I have 10 different things that us gardeners should be doing in the middle of wintertime to keep our minds occupied. Let me know down in the comments below, what have you been doing to pass this winter time? I know we've all had the garden itch, so what have you been doing about that? How have you been scratching that itch of yours? Let me know. Starting with number one is actually planning our garden bed. What are we going to grow new this year? Are we going to change around our garden? Are we going to plant something different? This is the time to start planning, thinking about it, researching all your new plans for the springtime. Ways to help you plan and get organized. Organized. Now you can start off with paper as a rough sketch just to get the ideas out of your head. But from there, you can actually put it into another notebook or a computer program to further get organized. Jackie's getting organized, right? Not only are we getting organized, but we're actually planning out and we're giving ourselves something to do to pass the time throughout winter. Not only that, we're gonna get mad prepared for springtime. Number two is order your seeds. Order your seeds now. Now is the time to start thinking about seeds. What new veggies are you gonna grow? What kind of seeds do you wanna start? How are you gonna germinate them? You can go to the store and find seeds. You can order the seeds online, or you can go look through the catalogs, whichever one you prefer, just so long as you're buying up them seeds. Now that you have tons of seeds, how are you gonna organize them? Again, organization. Jackie's really gonna be talking about organization this year. Not only is it gonna make you more organized, you're not gonna lose anything. You're gonna keep better track of what kind of seeds you have and you don't have. And on top of that, you can buy these photo album thingy cases, and those can really organize your seeds. Number three is buying supplies. Now's the time to buy your supplies before the springtime. Again, you don't want to wait. I mean, technically, you don't have to buy them now if you don't want to be prepared or you don't want to keep your mind occupied for wintertime. However, I would suggest buying your supplies now. Buy your nursery grow pots, buy your fertilizers, buy what you need, even the labels, stuff that you're going to be using for springtime. What better way to buy it now? Keep our mind busy, focused on gardening, and not thinking about the sad ass, depressive weather that's outside. Number four is actually preparing your garden beds. Now I know, the soil is frozen. You're not gonna be worrying about that exactly. But I'm sure if you really take a look at your garden beds, I'm sure there's something that you can be working on. I'm sure there's something that you can be improving on. Besides, we wanna stay busy. We wanna keep busy. We wanna distract our minds away from winter. We're basically going to be finding stuff to do. Number five is a great way to keep distracted, and that is growing some houseplants, growing some seedlings. I have tons of houseplants. I lost count after 100. I don't really know. But keeping some greenery inside of your house, especially in wintertime, is so beneficial for our mental health. We want to be able to see and maintain greenery in our house. We're gardeners, we're plant people. We want to be surrounded by green. And if we can't have the green outside, we're gonna bring outside indoors and we're gonna grow some houseplants. If you don't wanna have houseplants, first of all, I don't even know why you wouldn't want houseplants. If you don't wanna grow houseplants, that's cool. You can grow some veg. I've grown veggie indoors too. I have a video on how to grow some potatoes inside, some lettuce indoors, even have an arrow garden. So I'm gonna link all those videos down below so you can go check those out and give yourself some options throughout the winter. Don't we need options? Speaking of growing some plants inside, we are going to be going on to number 6, which is grow lights. Buy your grow lights. You may need them for your house plants, Or you may need them for your veggie seedlings. This will take up your time because of course you buy it, you gotta set it up. So now you're gonna be setting up your seed station, setting up your houseplant area, and this is all gonna take the time, distract you, and keep your mind focused on what's important, and that is greenery. Number 7 is winter sowing. Yes, it's actually possible to grow some seedlings in the middle of wintertime, hence the name winter sowing. However, I have a bunch of snow outside, so that is kind of postponed for me. But if you're in zone 7 or higher, chances are that you can start that winter sowing right now. I'll be getting into winter sowing myself. I'm just waiting for this little really bad cold snap to just pass. Number 8 is actually connecting with other gardeners, connecting with other plant people. We want to distract ourselves in the wintertime. We want to be able to think happy thoughts, say happy things. We want to be able to stay happy, or we want to be able to stay in a more positive light. And you can get that positivity, that support, that encouragement is by talking to other gardener people. Talk to other houseplant people. Talk about anything plant related. Talk to your garden peoples, talk to your plant people. It's really going to help you not feel alone. It's going to help you feed that garden itch that you really got going by talking about all these plants. You're going to be talking about your plans for the future, and it's going to keep you in a more positive environment. Number 9 is actually building what needs to get built. I mean, you could build it in springtime, but again, we are filling our time. We're distracting ourselves. We're distracting our minds. So we're going to be doing something. If we can do it now in the wintertime, now's the time to do it. For example, let's say you want to build a cold frame. If you want to build a cold frame, why not try building it now? If you want to start that hoop house, what better time than now to do it, because we have nothing else better to do with ourselves, right? So why not just start building, see what you can build. And number 10 is keeping the hope alive. I know it can be rough in the middle of wintertime. We all have that itch, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, I really want to go outside. But we will go outside. It's just a matter of time and a matter of a little bit of patience. I know, patience, I know patience sucks. I'm always saying patience sucks, but we can't rush the plant process. We can't rush plants. They're on their own time schedule. And as we all know, Mother Nature is a biatch sometimes, and she runs on her own time. So we can't rush anything. While we're waiting for that wonderful springtime, we're gonna be keeping that hope alive using these 10 different things that you can do while you're in wintertime in preparing for the spring. I hope you enjoyed this video and you really got something out of it. If you did like this video and you want to show me some love, then don't forget to smash that like button. I really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, then consider subscribing. I drop a video every week and then some in between. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, because if you don't hit it, then you won't know when I drop a video. Last but not least, I'm on Facebook and Instagram. You can drop me a message. I post a lot of funny memes, DIY projects, and a little bit on the personal side. As usual, you are going to grow your happiness one plant at a time, one day at a time. And until the next episode, you guys, peace and love. Look at my dog. He lays down in the snow. That's because he's got like 3 layers of fur. Chippy, what are you doing in the snow? You love the snow. You love the snow. I'm not going to lie though, this snow is working for me.